What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay, and we're back with the long overdue fight talk with my guy Ed. We got a lot to talk about: Jamal Hill versus Santos, Luque versus Neal, and some of the other cards that happened prior. So we can
Jamal Hill versus
so we can
Luque
discuss
versus Neal, and some of the other cards.
Oh man, the echo was bad there, but hey, it is what it is. But
It
yeah,
is what it is.
So what do you think about Jamal Hill and Santos?
I'll be real, right? It's Jamal's fight to lose, and to lose, and it. Like if he loses that fight, he's a fucking. We have to put him in bum jail. That's the way I see
Oh
it.
man, I forgot Jamal's your boy too. You guys had a bit of a little dialogue.
You dickhead.
Right.
Do you know what it is? He's cool, isn't it? But like he got offended by something that wasn't even directed at him, so it was just. It is what it is. It was like obviously, he was coming after some of the. He's cool, isn't it? But like. He was coming after some of the Paul Craig fans that were being racist towards him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like I think I showed you the thread. It was about people who like waste their call outs. It'll be like some guy who's like unranked beats number 15 and then calls out like Max Holloway. It was like Giga called out Max Holloway after he beat he just got into the rankings, and I said it was a stupid call out. And then obviously Hill got all sensitive and shit, and it was just like, yo, like. Is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, like Joel Santos is too sensitive now, man. I don't know if he's just scared about the knee or whatever, but
yeah, I think it's an interesting fight. I just feel like Santos is more the vet. He has more like arsenal. Even though he is degraded, he still can kick. Jamal Hill seems like more of like a one-dimensional boxer in there with like.
But he throws a lot of his shots are straight though. He is very accurate.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's accurate, but I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like he fought. I'll give him one thing. The Crute fight I was more impressed with his Crute win than the Johnny Walker win. The Johnny Walker one, I wasn't impressed with that. That was like just a dead man.
You think with the Johnny Walker win, it was a case of not him looking good, but Johnny being bad.
Dude, Johnny fucking exploded in there. Johnny made him look like a superstar, bro. Like. That knockout doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's a part of me that thinks it was staged, bro. It was insane. Like, he legit did like a cartoon. Like,
I've never seen someone do the reverse worm before in my life. He's the only person to do the worm and the reverse worm in the octagon. It's quite crazy.
Yeah, so I think Santos can actually beat Hill, and I think he can like somewhat expose him, like because I think the kicks are there for him, and if he can just keep the range and just kind of like outpoint him for 5 rounds, he can probably win it. But yeah. It is.
I've been so wrong. I've been so wrong before though, because I thought Santos and Walker would be a good fight, and then these guys were fighting like fucking point fighters, and it's just like bizarre.
Yeah, it was insane.
And obviously, like I tell these schmucks shit. I'm from the UK. Yeah, do not keep me up till 4 a.m. Yeah, to watch shit like that. It's like when I'm watching Isabel Adesanya leg kicking and fainting for 5 rounds, and it's like Izzy, it's 6 a.m. man. Jeez, like I'd rather watch Bilal Muhammad and Sean Brady at this point.
Yeah. And then you got Luque, and then fucking what's it called? Jeff Neal. That's gonna be
Jeff Neal. Yeah. I can see knockdowns in that fight. I think if Luque knocks him down and just grabs a hold of his neck, it's a bit wraps, to be honest. Kind of like the Woodley built.
Yeah, and I also think Jeff Neal was never that guy. Like, I never thought. Like, you remember when they were calling him the dark horse, right, and all that?
Yeah, hands of steel, all that shit.
Yeah. I never thought he was the guy, man. I felt like what's it called? I felt like Nico Price kind of exposed him to me. He hits hard. I give him that, but I mean, Magny was able to beat him. Right.
Do you know what it is though? Because welterweight's very grappler heavy. So when we had a striker climbing up the ranks, people did want to give him a bit of a push, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and then he fought one way and got outclassed, and then he's just. I've never thought he was that guy. I will give him one thing: he did beat Ponzinibbio, which was somewhat I was a little impressed by. But yeah, I think Luque could get caught, like maybe his chin is gone or whatever, and we just don't know. But I think if Luque just like puts it on him, puts the pressure on him, he'll break. I don't even think he needs to submit him. I think he'll just kind of like.
The thing is, though, if you pressure a boxer, like if those two fight in the pocket, I could see Neal getting the upper hand. Yeah, his shots are a lot tighter and crisper than Luque's.
Yeah, but I could see him like knocking him out, right? Like that. But I don't see him like I don't know. Like I could see him fading. That's my thing. Like I don't think he has
Yeah.
that for 3 rounds straight.
I think he slowed down drastically in the Magny fight with the pressure that Magny put on him, and I think if
Yeah,
Luke does
Magna
something like
exposed
that,
him.
if
Exposed him.
Luke adopts some of those principles, I think it's a very good fight for Luke.
I mean, he's a natural pressure fighter, and then I
Yeah,
mean when he's just striking with somebody, he's actually pretty good. So he should win that. Close fight with Ponzi. People are acting like it didn't take Hill a long time to finish OSP. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that
yeah.
was a fight.
To be fair though, 205 isn't fucking great, anyways, is it? Let's be real.
Yeah, but I
Like,
will be honest though, it's based on matchup because it's like, um,
stars make fights, right?
yeah, and I actually think Hill, if he fought like Yuri, I think he probably knocks Yuri out. Honestly, like I'm not even trying to be a hater, but I think just like stylistically, the way Yuri fights and the power that Jamal Hill has, he could probably knock him out. But I just think with Santos, it's just a styles fight, you know. Like I think it's a harder fight stylistically to get a KO.
I think he's got. I like his shot selection a lot. Like I don't know how to explain it, but he seems to make very good decisions. And like I
Yeah,
said, the straight shots are money for him. And yeah, it's just. But when I look at 205, man, I'm looking at Ian Kutalaba fighting like Johnny Walker, and it's like 205 is not really that great. It's like Krute's still ranked, I think, and it was just like Ryan Span's still ranked, but every other day he's doing the chicken dance.
yeah.
It's just like fucking hell. Like Paul Craig pissed me off with his performance against Easton. I don't even know
He
what the fuck.
never was the guy. I don't know how he got on his win streak. I don't know how respect him though for like even getting on that win streak. But
But
like,
people entered his fucking guard, didn't it, after getting dropped, and it's just like
yeah,
it's a recipe for disaster when you do shit like that.
I know, man, and it's just like I mean, just bad fight IQ. And I was so happy with Vulcan. He showed him what's up, man. I was so proud of
Yeah,
him. I was
I
just
was
like, these.
I was annoyed. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't put money on him for a reason because I knew he's a bit because he's weird, man. Because he might win, but he never looks good.
He's just fraudulent. That's just what he is. Like he's like I respect his style because it's like it's kind of old school, right? He's just like purely a jiu-jitsu guy, but like
Yeah,
he can't strike like to save his life. Like he really
yeah,
can't.
he can't strike. But have you seen they're giving Dustin Jacoby Khalil Roundtree?
Yeah, that's a weird one.
But why have they given him that fight though? Because I
I
swear the guy he beat before was ranked higher than Khalil
I think
Roundtree.
nah. I was about to say I think Jung beat Khalil, but nah, he didn't. But yeah, Jung is a better opponent than Khalil. I think stylistically it's a good fight for him though. Like Jung, not Jung, Jacoby's like he's a former I
Yeah.
think kickboxer, so I think he should beat Khalil. He
You never
should.
know. You
Yeah,
never know. Especially with 205, man. One like a lot of these 205ers, they'll look good one fight and then look shit the next. Like aside from the top four we're looking at right now. So it's Glover, Jan, Rakic, Ankalaev, Yuri. The rest of them are very inconsistent. Like we looked at Dominic Reyes, he puts on the best performance of his life against John Jones, and then he looks like a complete bum the next two fights. And it's
you know
like,
we don't even have to do that. We can just look at Khalil himself. You remember when Khalil had that all that hype when he fought Eric Anders, and they were like
yeah,
calling him like Bangkok Khalil, and then he got on Joe Rogan and was talking all this mess, and then Ian Kutalaba just completely sunned him, bro. So
yeah, he got
he's a
fucked up as well.
he's a
Yeah.
beautiful example too. But yeah, it's a weird fight.
What are they
Um,
doing with Dom Reyes? Because everybody's getting booked, and he's just obviously
I
he's been badly KO'd, but
I
I've
like
not heard anything.
Smith fight. I like him versus Smith. Take out the trash. Like what? Just take him out.
You leave my boy Smith alone. You ain't done nothing to deserve this.
All right, so
But,
okay, so since I brought up Smith, let's talk about the pay per view, man. What did you think about the
I,
pay per view? UFC
um,
277.
I don't know. It's a weird one because I didn't really have high expectations for it.
Yeah,
So
I
I
enjoyed
was
it.
like, yeah, I did enjoy it, but I was like, it's just like we got to see two body shot KOs though. It's very rare we see stuff like that.
Yeah, that
With
broke my heart.
Moreno,
Others
with
one.
Moreno and Drew Dober, right?
Yeah, both those guys. Yeah, the Dober one was crazy because he really like he
Yeah,
sunk that like rear hook into it. And I was like, man, like I like Dober, but like I like
yeah.
Alvarez too, so that broke my heart. And then
Yeah.
Moreno doing that to Kai. It was so weird because like I felt like Kai was about to win that third round. And like
Yeah, he was winning that third round for sure.
I thought he was gonna change the momentum of that whole entire fight and then like maybe take that fight. But like yeah, Moreno took it, man. It was wild.
Yeah, it was one of it. It was one of them. That was, to be honest, that was a very good fight. For as long as it lasted, it was a good fight.
You seen that video of Ozdemir reacting to Krylov, KO, and Gustafsson? Ozdemir gonna avenge Gus. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that, but let's finish the 277 talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the Kai, I was impressed by Moreno. Like just the fact that he was able to get that kind of finish over a guy that's like considered a kickboxer, right? So, or like more of a kickboxing style.
Yeah, well, like Moreno's not primarily a kickboxer, right? So obviously to see what he did to him on the feet, and even the adjustments they made with James Krause and the stance and everything else, like he was doing a better job of checking kicks and stuff like that. And I did like him in that stance as well. He looked good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And then what else? Obviously Ankalaev beating Smith. I know you feel some type of
what do you mean he beat Smith, man? That's Dr. Stoppage, man. No, don't do that.
Dr. Stoppage. It's a Dr. Stoppage.
Tell him Dr. Stoppage. Dr. Stoppage.
Yeah.
My boy broke his ankle. There's nothing he can do.
Oh man, that was hilarious. I mean, I felt like he got checked, right?
Yeah, it's that southpaw orthodox, and you throw that kick across. It's not great, man.
Yeah, so he messed up his own ankle, and like no matter what, like maybe Smith could have came back, and you never know. But I felt like it was a close first round. Don't get it twisted. It was a close first round, but I thought Ankalaev won that first round. So I just feel like he probably was gonna win that fight no matter what.
Yeah, I think the judges would have scored it for him as well. To be honest, I think for me, Smith would have needed a finish, and I just couldn't see where the finish was coming from watching that fight. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, he just I don't know, man. Smith, he's a weird one because it's like I might not like him personally, but he is like a decent fighter where he can get some wins. Like I was shocked when he went on this bit of like, even though they were low level guys, I'm gonna be honest, but I was
is it Devin Clark and Ryan Spann when he beat those?
Huh?
Is it when you're talking about the run he went when he beat like Devin Clark and Ryan Spann?
Yeah, I mean Jimmy Crew was a good win for him, but like I was surprised that he even did that still. So I give him credit for that.
But the Jimmy Crew one was weird in itself. Like I never really I don't count like fights like that as wins. Like drop foot was awful, but yeah. What did you think about the Lewis Pavlovich stoppage?
I actually okay, so I think Pav was gonna beat him. The way I was looking at that fight, I picked Derek, but like I think stylistically that's just a bad fight for Derek, and he got saved from like a horrible stop because the hands, man, his hands are so long. So Derek didn't know how to like come in and really attack him, and every time he tried to like engage, he was getting hit, So he got hit too many times. He fell face down. Like it was a bad stoppage, but it wasn't like Derek was gonna make some iconic comeback. Like even though he's done that before. But like, I don't think he was going
to. Not to dog on him, but he has, he has been hurt, but he has quit on himself a lot these last couple of fights.
Yeah.
Like I feel like with the Cyril Gane fight, like the first 2 rounds, you just saw him and he's like, right, nothing's coming off of me. I'm just gonna fucking accept defeat kind of thing. And then even the Taito Uvasa, he did clip Taito Uvasa, but he could have just. I don't know. He just engaged with the clinch, and then that's what it went wrong for him.
Yeah. I actually thought like when he took Taito Uvasa down, like he was doing he had good moments on the ground.
Yeah, he did.
Honestly, he probably should have just turned into a wrestler against Ty, but yeah, he let him up, and then I mean,
it's probably his reputation though, isn't it? Because sometimes some fighters they just want to uphold their reputation so much that it kind of comes at the expense of some losses. Like Justin Gaethje is one like that. They talk about him being a wrestler, like this super amazing wrestler. I've never fucking seen it in 20 pro fights. It's true though. Everybody talks about it. Like he's wrestling. It's become such a myth.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like they talked about it a lot in the Khabib fight.
And it's like, when did we see it? I saw Eddie Alvarez taken down, and I saw him gas, and it was just like,
yeah.
I saw Eddie Alvarez just inside trip him and just take him down with ease. It was just like I was just like, yo, that guy's gonna get murdered. Are we gonna talk about the 125 Dark Knight, by the way?
Who?
Pantoja.
Oh yeah, Pantoja's the man. Yeah. I don't know who you.
Bro.
For a second, I was scared. I thought maybe you was talking about Macy Barber for a second. I didn't know.
No, Macy Barber. We'll talk about Macy later.
Man, hopefully never. But yeah, Pantoja's the man. Like he really is. It's just that flyweight division, that top 5 is so competitive. Because
He's got wins over 4 of them though.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is Askar Askarov has a win over Pantoja, but Askar lost to Kai, right? And then Moreno has a win over Figueiredo, but Figueiredo has a win over Pantoja, and then Pantoja beat Moreno twice. Like it's kind of crazy.
They booked Askar recently. I forgot against who.
Brandon Royval.
Yeah, they did. I saw someone. I just liked someone saying it's the freaking Wish version of Khabib and Tony, and it's like. It kind of is, but it's like the little league version. It's like their 2 sons fighting.
These
5'2", the 5'2" division. It's crazy.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight though. I think Askar should probably beat.
He has to weigh in as the backup for that 4th fight. By the way, he has to.
You think Askar?
No, for Pantoja, he has to wait. When they do Moreno and Figgy, and they book that. They have to have him weigh up as the backup. I don't give a fuck. Like I'd rather him sit out because he doesn't need to fight Kai Kara France or like any of these other schmucks. If you ask me, he's done more than enough. He's not only beating these dudes; he's been finishing them.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. Like I don't know. Pantoja's really the man, bro. Like honestly, he's just like. I don't know, like he's on a different level right now. Like
he be eating shots though. That's the only thing I'd say. And if he fought Figgy, he eats a lot of shots. That's the only thing.
Even that fight with Figgy, like to his defense, even though he did kind of get like wrecked, he fought a really good fight. So if he was just smart and like moved his head a little bit, I think he'd actually give Figgy some problems. But I still think Figgy's the man. The only issue with Figgy is that he's like he's gonna turn 35, so he doesn't have a lot of time left in his prime. I think Figgy should fight Moreno one more time actually, and I think after that super fight with Henry Cejudo after Cejudo comes back and saves the bantamweight division from the evil actor boy Leonardo DiCaprio, Aljamain Sterling.
Bro, what have I told you about that? You're supposed to call him the Wolf.
The Wolf. They scared Pantoja gonna get the belt. Pantoja is so underrated, and Kai, honestly, if Justin landed a couple more leg kicks.
From a marketing aspect, though, I can see why they would have want Pantoja near the title picture, though, because they'd rather have Figgy or Moreno hold the belt than him. I mean, Wim record's right. Like, they are scared Pantoja's going to get that belt.
Yeah, I'm just, I get why, like I get the Moreno backing, right? I do get it. Like, he is somewhat of a star because it's like, I recently just made a TikTok, right? So I post some of the like little fight videos, right? The amount of Moreno fans that were in the comments, bro.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's insane, bro. Like he does have a loyal fan base.
No, he's got a newly developed loyal fan base. Let's not act like when he was cut from the UFC, people went back at him then.
That's true.
Let's not fucking act. It's all of a sudden now, all I just see Mexican flags in the fucking Twitter group chats and shit. And it's like, yo, where was this energy when he was losing to Pantoja? But here's what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean it's nuts, man. But I don't know.
But yeah, obviously the UFC have always wanted a Mexican-born champion, haven't they? And it's just like obviously they had one in him, and then to me, right, I don't want to see the 4th fight, but it's like, because I thought without the point deduction, Figgy won the 1st fight. And I don't like Figgy as well. And I thought Figgy definitely won the 3rd fight. So in my head, it's 2-1. But everybody wants to see that fight again because it's like, everyone's like, oh, it's one of those fights I could watch 10 times. And it's like, bro, no, it's not. Like, it wasn't, it wasn't that fucking compelling. To be honest, it really isn't. Like Figgy and Kai Kara France, I would have loved to have seen it because that Aussie schmuck would have got fucking KO'd stiff.
But Kai he dropped the bag. Like honestly, we can't do anything. Like Kai was the savior from like stopping this rivalry, but now it's like he has the interim belt, so they're gonna have to fight. Like there's nothing.
Stranger things have happened though, isn't it? Like Colby Covington has held the interim belt, and Darren Till still fought for the belt.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, I think Moreno, like,
I think that was more to do.
unless he gets hurt.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
more to do with politics on Colby's side, didn't it? Because it came down to negotiations, and then they just Till got that win over Wonderboy, and they threw him in there. But I don't think Kai will turn around quick enough for him to get a win so significant, unless they did Kai Pantoja and then he beat Pantoja, and then they were like, right, let's throw Kai France in there. Moreno gets injured or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's crazy though. But yeah, and what did you think about Pena Nunez? I thought that was actually kind of funny. I laughed when I was watching that.
Yeah. I like the adjustment from Southpaw and having the right hand in front so she could throw the right hook every time she was in range.
Yeah.
I really like that adjustment from Nunez. People were saying, she said something like she went 5 rounds to prove a point. I was like, no, she hurt her she had her hurt 4 or 5 times. She just didn't want to gas out.
Yeah.
These Hispanics, brother, they're fucking tough, man. As nails, we know this. It's like, bro, you gotta kill them to get them out of that octagon. Like, they will not go down. They will not go down easy, man. And obviously, like, even McGregor came out and said he saw similarities between his bouts with Nate Diaz between the two, and I could see that as well.
Man, ain't that like a Connor just like normal thing? Just to, like, honestly, I'm not mad at him for making the comparison, but like, man, like, dude, he always has something to say after like a title fight. Like, oh my god, I see comparisons between me and Nate. Like, man, stop it, bro.
I get what you mean, but like,
but no, he has a decent point though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, it's a weird one for me because after this fight's happened, everyone's saying they want to see the trilogy. I'm like, no, I don't want to see the trilogy.
Yeah, she won 5 rounds.
Huh?
Yeah, Nunez won like 5 rounds. Like, there's no.
She won all 5 rounds, and she got 2 to 8 rounds, arguably. So what? I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see that fight the 3rd time. And there's no one interested for her at featherweight. So why the fuck is she holding that belt around? Like, reminds me of Calvin Gastelum holding around his fake fucking belt. It was just fucking cringe as fuck. It's just like, it's the most. She's like the biggest fake double champ ever, man. It's just like, I know she beat Cyborg, but aside from that, there's no. Like, her featherweight legacy holds no fucking weight, man. Megan fucking Anderson.
Yeah.
That's like beating Bontarin at flyweight.
But I will give her one thing though. I do think she is the GOAT. I really do think she's the female GOAT.
I mean, it's not fucking hard, isn't it? Who else is there to compete with?
Yeah. eBay, read my comment, LO. Okay. Ranchi's gonna lose to Jacoby like Ranchi loses to Marcin Praknell of all people, then decided to be good. What the fuck is that, bro? Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I don't care.
Have you seen Khalil's comment?
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody thinks. I would obliterate Pena and Nunes.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, it's a weird fight. It really is.
But what did they do? Because they're talking about Valentina fighting her the 3rd time. She looked human the last fight. Do we really put Valentina against Nunes when their stocks aren't exactly high? Like, Valentina arguably lost the last fight, and Nunes is coming up is 1-1. So I don't know. Like, they could have made that fight when both of them had like 5 title defenses each, and they could have made fucking money. But the UFC chose to shit the bed.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't understand like why people want to watch that fight, because if you saw the first 2 fights, you would know it's a boring fight. Stylistically, they don't match up well with each other. Like, they.
Do you know what it is? From my end, it's like there's 2 fighters who actually know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Because
I'm tired of watching like Nunes and Felicia Spencer, and it felt like he was watching Sean O'Malley versus Chris fucking Moutinho. Yeah. That's like. That fight was like that wasn't even fun to watch. Like I think like I like watching fights that are a bit back and forth.
Yeah.
But just watching someone get dogged for 5 rounds isn't even entertaining. Like, I like watching this from like a competitive sport aspect, and it's just like when you watch fights that aren't competitive, obviously you're like, oh my god, this person's so good, but at the same time, you think it's a bit dull. Like the second fight with Max Holloway and the GOAT Volkanovski. Obviously, that was an interesting fight. The 3rd one, I got to see my boy dog Max for 5 rounds.
Your boy, your boy Volk. Hey, tell the people right now how you have switched up on Alexander Volkanovski. You used to be one
How,
of the
how am I switched up? I want the receipts, yeah. Look,
you used to
nobody in the
be
chat's
one of
gonna
the
say shit to me.
bigger Volkanovski hater. You said Aljo would
No,
beat
no, no,
him.
no, no. I wasn't a hater. I just said he was short.
You was a hater, man. Stop it. You would now because you found out that he's what? What is he?
Macedonian.
What was it?
What? Macedonian.
So you found out he was Macedonian. I guess you're related to that. So now you're rocking with Volkanovski. How does it feel to be on the good side now? You was on the evil dark side, but
Bro, I
now,
wasn't on any side. I just wanted to see both fucking lose.
yeah,
But-
that's the evil side.
yeah,
Only,
but to be honest though, it is hard to believe that Volk's from my neck of the woods when he is 5'6".
yeah.
That he's not built like an alpha like me. Have you seen my calves?
Oh my god, this guy.
Bro, look at Kaz drawing me out in the comment section. Yo, you gotta make me a mod on that chat, by the way, so I can start deleting some of the slander I get.
Oh man, what do you mean? The facts? You want to get the truth?
You always call Volk a beta male midget. Simply not true, is it? If you guys can get the screenshots and the receipts, then I'll concede. But I think my evil cousin, like Ted 20T, was on here and started talking shit on my behalf. So just because somebody says shit on my keyboard doesn't mean it's always me. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was just a different person then.
Yeah.
Okay, this weekend.
Didn't you say though if Anthony Smith was a Richard, you still wanted to fucking lose?
Oh yeah, fuck him, man. I don't give a fuck if he came from my country or whatever. Like, nah, man. It's F Anthony Smith for life. But this weekend is okay. But I'm waiting for Cheeto Vera versus Dom Cruz. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Ed, you always call Volk a beta male, bitch. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Pena Nunez was whatever. I guess, yeah, we talked about the whole card. We also didn't get to really talk about UFC, I think 276, Adesanya Cannonier. Like, what did you think about that? And then obviously, Volkanovski doing his thing.
Alexander the Great, by the way.
Sir.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Well, Izzy did what Izzy did. Not really surprising. He came out with the Undertaker theme tune, which was fucking cringy as fuck because he put us all in an undead state watching that shit. Bro, I don't really know what to say. Like he's just boring to watch. Like I don't care. Like people can't defend him otherwise. And I'm sick and tired of Dana coming out saying, "Oh, it's the dance partners." It's like you've got to see it. Like his last 6 fights, like the KG fight was good, but like Calvin Gastelum made that fight interesting, not Izzy. And the Paulo Costa fight was because Costa fought ridiculously open that fight.
Yeah, another thing is I don't agree that Cannonier like you can blame Yoel for what happened in the Izzy fight, but I don't think Cannonier did that. It's not like Cannonier ran away. Like Cannonier was trying. It's just Cannonier is like a low output fighter naturally. It's not like
he's always been like that. Like he was like that in the Jack Manson fight as well. People watch that Jack Manson fight as well.
Yeah,
like he was very low output. He was low output in the Silver fight as well. It's like I think Casual's right. They just see Cannonier and it's just like, oh, they didn't know anything about him, so they just put all the blame on him. It's like, no, how about watch the last 3 or 4 fights of his, you twat, and then talk. It's just like he fights like that. He fights at that pace.
And I think what Izzy is that his thing is that his run to the title was crazy, right? But like ever since that Jan Blachowicz fight, real talk, he's just been different. Like I'm just gonna be honest, he's just been a different fighter, and he's
a bit gun shy. I don't know if he's gun shy, but I don't know. Like it's obviously affected his psyche a lot. But it's also a thing where like they've tried to make him like they used to give my boy Woodley shit back in the day when he was champ. And to be honest, I don't really see any difference with Izzy. Izzy's got the tools to put on more exciting fights than Tyron Woodley. Let's be honest, he does, but he just doesn't. Yeah. Like Woodley was a wrestler. Like people forget Woodley was a wrestler first.
Yeah, that is true. But the thing with Izzy is just like you can't like my only problem with him, like and Tyron Woodley might have said this too, but like he really was like, I'm gonna have an iconic performance against Jared Cannonier,
He said he was gonna make it look easy. He said all sorts, and he wanted that fight for the last 2 years as well. So I thought, okay, now show me why you want to fight Jared. There must be something that you've seen that nobody else has seen. And it's like, for me to have watched him fight Jared Cannonier, for me to have watched Robert Whittaker fight Jared Cannonier previously.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses on that part. It's like, right, Izzy can literally look at Rob's tape and go, right, Rob had him hurt. This is how he did it.
Yeah.
But Izzy didn't fucking hurt him at all.
You know what's funny? I actually seen this on Twitter where someone was watching it was live, right? The Cannonier and Izzy fight. They turned off the TV and then turned on the Robert Whittaker Cannonier fight. And I think the caption was like, "That's how you beat fucking Jared Cannonier," right? But yeah, like Robert, like I legit Robert had like a career performance against Cannonier. Like if you look at his new like win streak that he went on to fight for the title. It's that one or the Kelvin Gastelum fight where like he really looked good, and I don't know why Izzy couldn't like replicate that. It was weird.
Yeah, I struggled to come to grips with it. But do you remember when Eugene, that fucking schmuck, said something about? So when they gave Vittori the title shot, he said the UFC have had internal conversations and they weren't happy with his performance against Jack Hermanson or something like that. And it's like, surely, if by that logic, the UFC would be having conversations with Izzy because they have just given him a new deal and he's getting paid a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
And he's not even selling pay-per-views like they expected him to either.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, 400 is not good.
I've never seen a card that stacked. I can't remember the last time a card was that stacked.
Like, and don't get it twisted. Like some champions, like there's nothing wrong with like if you're a champion and you only sell like 400. There's nothing wrong. I remember when DC and Stipe they fought for the first time, they only did 400, right? So there's no shame in that. Then they like sometimes it's like it happens, right?
I don't think that fight was as anticipated as everyone thought, though, because Stipe was a clear favorite for that fight.
The first one?
Yeah, like
yeah.
The second and third one sold a lot more because obviously DC won in the fight, like was competitive, and people saw them and it was like, oh great, actually we've got a really good fight on our hands.
Yeah, you had some good fights on that card. Like I remember they were like advertising Max Holloway Ortega, and then you had Derek Lewis, and Francis Ngannou. So you had a decent like co-main event. But I just like my thing is like when it comes to champions, like I'm not gonna like attack them if they can't sell pay-per-views because it's like it happens, right? Not everyone's Conor McGregor, but him. The reason why I get at him is
he talks a big game, doesn't it? That's why
he doesn't back it up, you know. Like that's my issue, you know. Like that's why I won't rag on Stipe for not being like a high-selling champion because he doesn't talk about being a high-selling champion, you know. He just does his job. He fights, right? But this guy is like, I'm a superstar, this and that, all that rah. Like I'm.
He said something about going. I remember before he lost to Jan Blachowicz, he said something about going to heavyweight. I would have loved to have seen my boy Stipe deal with him. That would have been even more satisfying for me. Like, because you know what it is as well. He would have lost on the feet as well. I don't care what anybody says. Like to have seen Stipe KO that fucking twig stiff would have been nice. But I'll never get to see that fight. And Stipe's at fucking 38 now, man.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling, because I don't know how to say that username, but I got a feeling for the card at MSG, they're going to throw Stipe and Jones on that.
Yeah.
UFC 281.
Yeah, I don't know.
That card's in like November. And they always do something special for MSG. And to be honest, a lot of the champions aren't big enough to headline MSG. So I can see them doing Stipe Jones for the interim and then Izzy Pereira as the co-main.
Yeah, what's on MS? Let's look at what the MSG card's looking like right now.
Because they've put Chandler and Poirier on that card now, haven't they?
Yeah, what do you think about that? Oh, it's only one fight announced, actually. Yeah, just Dustin Poirier and Chandler.
Yeah. But I think because Gilbert said something about November, so I think they'll put Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal on that card as well. And it's MSG.
I don't think they do that fight.
But who's Jorge going to fight?
You know what? He might wait out for Conor, but like I don't think they would want Jorge or even Burns to build his name off of Jorge because I don't know why some people think like Jorge is going to beat Burns, but I think Burns like could handle like Jorge easily. Yeah. Like I'm not even trying to be like rude or anything, but like
I do like that fight because I like that fight because of the violence though. That's why I want to see it.
Yeah, but I mean if Burns just takes him down once, it's a wrap. But
yeah. But I don't think this is the thing though, because Burns is gonna fight with him on the feet because he won't want to grapple with him.
You don't think so?
Reason. No, because he's like because of the backlash he got against him. in the Wonder Boy fight as well. And obviously Jorge is always like, oh, this guy's a dick sniffer. Da, da, da. It's just like, bro, like
I don't
if you
know,
learn
man.
how to work, like, bro, if you learn how to work on your fucking cardio and like stop talking shit about grapplers, you might actually win a fucking fight and look at
Yeah,
your shortcomings rather. Like he's always pointing fingers at the other person, but just look at yourself.
I know.
Like you'll never improve by that shit. No wonder he's got like 20 losses because he doesn't look at what he's doing wrong. He doesn't. Am I wrong? He don't look at his
Yeah,
own shortcomings.
it's
He's just
true.
blaming other people.
But nah, man, like I feel like he could hold Jorge down if he wanted to. He can take him down. He can control him like he did Wonder Boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think he didn't do that with Kamzat because Kamzat's a good wrestler. He couldn't do that. So
I think he was going to gas in that Kamzat fight, and he thought Kamzat was a conditioning machine.
yeah,
That's why he didn't do it.
yeah.
And he thought his best chance of beating Kamzat was on the feet.
Yeah. But I think Burns, I think he's a smart guy. And I think he takes him down. He did it with time.
If I had to guess how that card's going to be, the main card's going to be, it's going to be Stipe Jones, the interim, Adesanya Pereira for the middleweight belt. They'll do Chandler Dustin, Masvidal Burns, and then they do Frankie Edgar, and then whatever bantamweight they're saying. Like they're talking about Yanez, but on good God, yeah, like Frankie's an OG, and you're gonna have him fight on his home turf. Do not let him get killed on that stage. Like,
Yeah.
just give him like Brian Kelleher or some schmuck like that. Like,
Yeah, that's what I want on the low. But yeah, let's talk about Carlos Esparza. Talk about the Diaz Kamzat card. Yeah, so what do you look at this card, right? So you got Chimaev and Nate Diaz, then you got Shamil versus Jalton Almeida, Irene versus Macy Chiasson, Walker versus Kutalaba, Norma Dumont versus I think Daniela Wolf. Like what else? Let me take the comment off. Jamie Pitt,
look, bro, that's the featherweight women's division, by the way. Danielle Wolf is 1-0.
Yeah.
And then you tell me that division's legit. Fuck off, man.
Yeah, like Haley Alatang versus Chad. And like this is a lot of fights. This look like a complete card. How many fights is this is a lot.
Is there no more fights being announced on that card?
I mean, they gotta give us a legit co-main event. They have to.
Is it bad for me to pray that fucking that card, like everybody gets COVID and there's like an outbreak and it gets cancelled?
Yeah, they have like 10 fights on this card, so usually on a pay-per-view,
there's about 14 fights, 15.
Yeah, they want to go 14. Maybe sometimes they go like 12, right? So they got a few more fights to book on there, but yeah, it's weird.
I am hoping they do something.
I'm trying to think. Maybe they do.
Well, I was asking someone the other day, why the fuck have they done this like card like this deliberately? It's because they were like, because Nate gets pay-per-view points. They're doing everything they can so he doesn't get enough. Like they don't make bread. He don't make bread off this card basically. So they deliberately giving him a shit card.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's a bad card. Like I mean, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see if Kamzat and Nate can like carry, you know. So
I want to see that pay-per-view. I want to see the press conference just because they're both like Nate slurs and Kamzat's broken English. That's gonna be fucking funny.
Yeah, it's just gonna be two dummies talking. Umar Duck and Batista. Are they fast tracking Jalton Almeida? Question mark. Thought he was like heavyweight. Now he moved up. Maya got released after the Bilal fight. Peanuts. Almeida could become double champ if he stayed at light heavyweight.
Double champ. Jesus, that's big claims.
I mean, Jalton's all right. He's just like more of a grappler than anything. I got to see what he can do on the stand up. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Do you know what card Rockhold and Costa is? Because I feel like they've moved it like 3 times.
No, it's coming up. It's going to be on the Leon.
It's on the Utah card. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the Utah.
I feel like they've moved it so many times. They've taken the piss, man. Like I don't know if it's Costa. I don't know if it's Rockhold.
Man, we all know it. We all know who it is, man. Let's stop the cap. Well, it's the goddamn Brazilian clown. All right, Paulo Costa. He's the only one doing all this bullshit. And you know what? I'm happy they giving the GOAT the co-main event spot. Luke Rocco, we coming back. Comeback season. It's gonna be
I don't think that card's gonna sell great either, to be honest. The Utah card.
I do like they got 3 good fights though. You know, you Aldo versus Merab and then Rocco Costa, and obviously the main event sells itself.
Yeah.
But the rest, yeah, it's kind of interesting.
The
But
main event's interesting for people like me and you, but like for casuals, it's just not. Like,
Aldo's a pretty good seller for casuals though. You don't think
yeah,
so?
Aldo is, yeah.
Uh,
Aldo's an OG though. It's just, I would
yeah.
have liked to have seen him fight for the belt next, but it looks like they're gonna do Aldo. Yeah, when are they putting Aldo on TJ? That might be a card they put on MSG because he's a New Yorker.
Yeah. But he's
And he's
fighting on
fun.
Abu Dhabi. That card is legit like insane.
Wait, is he on the Abu Dhabi card?
Yeah.
Him and TJ.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But neither of them are from that region. Why the fuck did they put it on that card?
That's what I might be wrong, but I think that's what I heard. I'm pretty sure
Let me
that's
check
what
UFC 280 because I'll check on Twitter. But
yeah.
they definitely, surely they've got Jones and Steve planned for MSG then.
Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is 280.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man! I remember saying they wanted Jan on the same card as Aljo on it and line up the third fight because the timelines make sense that way.
Yeah. I like this card. This card is fucking beautiful. But who's on the MSG card? Only Chandler and Poirier are the only thing that's been announced on that. Like I looked at it and it was just one. It was like an unconfirmed rumor bout. That's all they said.
Bro,
But
if they put fucking Carla Esparza and like fucking Rose Namajunas, the trilogy on that fucking card, I would be pissed.
yeah, look at this guy Benny, the guy that puts fear in y'all hearts, the man that will take the lightweight belt from the evil Charles Oliveira. Just saying, just had to put that in there.
Charlie Alvarez has got Charlie. He needs to get through Gamrot first.
Yeah, that's gonna be. It's a hard fight. It is a hard fight. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll do it. We'll take care of
Bro,
it.
enjoy it while it lasts, year because your boy's gonna be fighting on the prelims next August. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
He's gonna be fighting like Jamie Malaki and like Frivolda and schmucks like that. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, Favola followed me on Twitter, by the way.
Oh yeah, you were saying, innit? That's cool.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah. You might as well get him to do it. Have you thought about doing the interview shit yet?
I don't know. Like sometimes I want to do an interview, and then sometimes I don't feel like asking, like like going on fighters' DMs and begging. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. So, like, but it is.
No, I get you. I think you're better off just hitting up management. Just go like, I got this YouTube channel. Just don't even say it's an interview. Just say it's like an informal chat because that's how you'll do it anyways. I can't imagine you asking the fucking safe questions anyways. To be honest.
Yeah. eBay gonna cry when he does get it, or when he doesn't get a title shot by beating number 10 Gamrot. Oh my god, you guys. If you know real talk, hey, I made my decision. All right, you guys can call me crazy. I'm gonna do a film study on the Beneil and Gamrot fight rather than Charles and Islam. Right, I made my decision. I'm gonna do that.
It's a bit of a stupid call though, considering Oliveira and Islam is probably the most anticipated lightweight fight.
But I've done like film studies on them, like so many. At least I've done one for Islam once, but like Charles, oh my, I've done a lot for him actually. Like I've done.
Yeah.
I think
Your breakdown. You're still gonna do a breakdown video on them, anyways. So
yeah, I'm gonna do. I did. Yeah, for his last 4, I did one for Tony Chandler, Dustin Poirier. Yeah, like I've done 4 for him, so he's got enough. Well, we got to shed some light on the other guys on the card. So I might do one on.
Fair enough. We're gonna do one on Benny. Who knows if he ever gets another fight film study again? Like, whilst he's at the top, let's get him. Let's give him some shine whilst he's still there.
Yeah.
I was saying the other day, yeah, I could see 5 or 6 of those lightweights, dropping out the rankings this time next year.
Yeah, I mean, their time.
Like people are seeing like Turner's just the tip of the iceberg. You've seen some of the we've just seen Guram Kutuleti and Demir have that barn burner of a fight, and it's just like. Yeah. See, I'm looking at it, and it's nothing to do with their ability, but for one reason or another, Dustin's not going to fight a lightweight anytime anymore. Justin Gaethje is going to fall out because he's not good. He's a bum. Beneil Dariush will fall out. Asanias will fall out. Tony will fall out. Dan Hooker will fall out. Connor's not going to be in the rankings because of the inactivity. I could just see like 6, 7 names. Like lightweight rankings is going to look so different this time next year.
Yeah, no, do Islam. I mean, I want to do Charles and Islam, but I kind of don't at the same time. I
I'll
don't
be
know.
honest, yeah. For traction alone, you should do it.
Nah, you know what? I don't know. I want to. I get what you're saying, but
And just say something that's going to provoke both fan bases in your comments. It'll be fucking
yeah,
funny.
I just talk shit. I'll just talk shit in the break. I'll
Yeah.
roast both of them.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
You need to do what you did in the Islam hooker fight, yeah? Yo, that fucking breakdown was funny, by the way. You just need to say some stuff, yeah, that's gonna piss off Charles fans. Say some stuff that's gonna piss off Islam fans. And then they're just gonna be in your comment section fighting each other instead of saying shit to you. It's gonna be fucking funny. You just need to do that.
Turner MSG. Okay.
Are they?
No, he just talking crazy.
Oh,
he be
that
lying.
bro. The height difference between the two, bro. Armin's gonna be eye level with his belly button.
I don't want Turner to fight him yet. I want Turner to fight a wrestler because like he did lose to Matt Favola. So I have to know that he can wrestle. And when we get the wrestling checked, then we'll go after Armin and take him out.
They got rid of Gregor Gillespie. Otherwise, I would have said him with Gregor Gillespie.
Check Twitter, punk. Dude, lying, bro. Oh my! I'm not gonna check Twitter, bro. I don't believe.
Would you have him fight RDA? But I don't think they'll give him the. They won't give him the number. They will not give him the number 8 guy. But would you have him fight RDA?
I think they're teammates. Actually, they both trained at Ruka, so I don't know if they would fight each other.
Is he not with Rockhold?
Yeah, like what's it called? Jason. They both got trained by Jason Perillo. Like, so I don't think
yeah, completely forgot.
I think Turner's Turner's super cool. Cool with what's it called? Yeah, with RDA.
Rockhold. Yeah.
But I like Turner versus what's that? Oh man, I forgot. Grant Dawson. I like that fight. I want because Grant Dawson's on a bit of a win streak. He's a wrestler. He's not that good, but
I think I tweeted who Turner should fucking fight next. It must have been a while ago though. I'll have a look. But
Armin not intimidated by 6'3". Oh wow. Turner versus Joel Alvarez. Both weight bullies. Alvarez fighting Mustafa. Yeah, I like that fight.
Yeah, Moicano was the guy I said Turner should fight.
Yeah, I like that fight too. I think Turner beats Moicano.
Because Moicano he's clumsy enough on the feet to get chinned, but also his grappling's good enough to test Turner, if that makes sense. So it's a winnable fight, and it tests him as well.
Yeah, so I like that a lot. I think we can beat Moicano. I like Moicano.
Moicano's a weird guy though. There's a fighter he reminds me of, but like if he just sticks to his fundamentals, he's good. Like he's got a good jab. He's got a good jab, and he just needs to fight long, but he gets baited into these slugfests sometimes. But when his grappling is so good, he don't utilize he needs to utilize it and just stick to his bread and butter, if you ask me, because his chin just doesn't hold up in that division.
Yeah, he was super tough against RDA though. I'll give him that.
Well, RDA ain't exactly Francis Ngannou on the feet though, is he?
Yeah,
he's good on the feet, but you don't have that zip to his punches.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's no surprise. It's not surprising that when people you're either gonna go to a decision with RDA or he's gonna choke you out.
Yeah, Moicano did style on Cater. I mean, Moicano was actually really good at featherweight. That was his division, honestly. Like he was top 5. And then he hasn't found that same success at lightweight though.
He got sucked by Ortega, didn't he? Am I wrong?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But I think he had beat Cub Swanson, and then he had beat Cater, Jeremy Stevens. Like he was on a bit of a cool little win streak.
Has he fought Lamas?
No.
Ricardo Lamas, because I feel like their paths would have crossed eventually. Because those guys were mainstays at 145.
Yeah, and I think Aldo beat Moicano, and then Zombie knocked out Moicano, and then he got kicked out of featherweight, basically. I like Armin versus Gregor. Gregor been running. If he wants to be ranked, so he got to go through Armin. Man, fucking Gregor would teach that boy some American wrestling.
I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't give a fuck about Gillespie, to be honest. He's just pissed me off so much.
I know but he's so good though. Like he has so much potential, but
yeah,
it is weird.
But he's saying he wants to fight up, but he's not really doing anything that makes people think, oh my god, I need to watch Gregor fight this guy or Gregor fight that guy. The longer you stay out of the limelight, whether it's the media, if you stay out of the media limelight or outside of the octagon, people people aren't exactly going to be on Twitter being like, "Oh my God, Gregor needs to come back," because nobody gives a fuck. You need to make in the game, right? Like as good as you can be, you need to make people give a fuck about you, and that's
Yeah,
the
I
truth.
agree. I agree.
And he just doesn't do that. Like he
Cater,
wants the Tony Ferguson fight, but what's he done to get the Tony Ferguson fight?
yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, I mean, Tony should have at least thought about fighting him, but
I feel like Tony's done enough of these schmucks of favors though, because he picked to fight Charles Oliveira when nobody wanted to fight him.
yeah, I give him that.
And Benil Dariush as well, because Dariush came after beating Diego Ferreira the second time, and then before you know it, he's fighting Tony Ferguson, who's ranked number 5 in the world, and then the Michael Chandler fight as well. So he has done a lot for that division though. To be honest, a lot of them are in the fucking rankings because of him.
Yeah, man, you heard that?
What is going on, man? Is that Fuego snitching again?
Yeah, that's probably Fuego out there snitching. Somebody get caught up. he taking them to the hole. But yeah, Cater had no idea how to deal with a leg kick back then. He act like he deserves top fighters. Gregor only want to fight up. Best Fisher. Ed, you kind of sound like Leon Edwards. And since we're bringing up Leon, let's talk about him versus. We are two weeks away. 2 weeks away, baby.
Oh man, bro, I've had to wait 2 years to see him fight for a belt, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I do think it's a winnable fight for him, but I'm also nervous as well.
Yeah, I mean the only place I think like Leon can really lose is just by getting knocked out. Like I don't think Usman can grapple fuck him like he did the first time.
It's weird because I watched the Bilal fight back, and it's just when he reversed positions against him in a clinch against the fence.
Yep.
So, stuff like that worries me. But I do think Leon's clinch is good enough for him to break and then throw the elbow. Because like after the Usman fight, he utilized that a lot. He did it against Gunnar Nelson. He did it against RDA. He's done it a few times now, where he's able to just break the clinch even when he's in a tough spot and just throw that elbow.
Yeah, but I think Leon is the chosen one. I think he can do it. Real talk, I really do. I think stylistically he matches up well with him. The grappling threat isn't as big as it used to be with Usman. I know Usman's probably training hard. I don't think Usman's a dummy. I think he knows Leon is tough, and I think
he broke his hand though at the start of the year, though. So I wonder how much that's impacted him.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna train hard. I really do. But I think Leon, if he fights a smart fight, I think he beats, like legit. I think he really does beat Usman. Do you know what
it is though? Just because I think Usman's a better wrestler, but I don't think Usman's jiu-jitsu game worries me in the slightest. Because, like I said, he has no jiu-jitsu game. I think the more I think about that fight, I just think Leon has more ways to win.
Yeah.
But I also think I look at someone like Colby Covington, who gave him the issues that he did on the feet, and Colby's not long like Leon, and isn't a master of distance like Leon.
Yeah.
And just watching the way Colby tags Usman, and Colby, like, I like Colby, but Colby don't have the elbow game or the clinch or the knees or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or the high kicks. And I just think Leon's just more well versed in that aspect, and I just think Leon could just catch him with something.
Yep.
I'm seeing a lot of spin elbows this year, man. Spin elbow and you. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah, yes, sir. I think he beats him. I really do. I think, and just look at these records, man. It's a really great fight, though. Like this is gonna be a really good main event. Like 19-3, 20-1, just winners. Obviously, look right here, 35-30. Look at that, 35. Old man. Steroids running out. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But still,
his hairline's faded, so he's gonna fade as well.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I really do. I think it's gonna be a good scrap. I mean, Usman could win. I will give Usman that. He is the champion and he does have his chance. But I think his time has come up, and he had a good reign while it lasted. But I think it's gonna be a great fight, though.
It's a weird one as well, because the UFC would be in an awkward predicament if Leon was to hold the belt, because he's not big enough to do a card. He's not big enough to headline a card in the UK. I don't think.
Yeah. Oh, he could become though.
I don't know. I think the only way that happens is everybody jumps on the bandwagon like they did with Paddy. But Paddy already, believe it or not, Paddy's fan base before the UFC was already bigger than Leon's. Like he's got a cult following about him. That's why I was saying what I was saying in the group chat the other day. Like he just had this cult following from the beginning, since he was like fucking 18 years old or whatever the fuck. Like the guy's been fighting pro since he was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
But with Leon, because there's aside from Leon Jorge, there's no real narrative with any of those guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Leon and Burns doesn't really have a narrative you can sell. Leon Jorge does. Leon comes up maybe because the fight fell out a couple times.
Leon versus Colby is what the people need. It's what I need.
Be a good fight.
I'd love it's the money fight.
That fight is definitely going 5 rounds with them two fight though. I can't see either of them getting finished.
What's it called? Look at him, Bum Brit losing. Usman brother is terrible. Can't believe he's in the tough finals. That show is a joke. Yeah, his brother is bad.
His brother got fucked up bad at PFL as well.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of feel bad for him because everyone was like trolling him because people were trying to get at Usman. Because it's like Kumar, like that's the problem with like Usman is like he doesn't lose. So like they kind of like went after
his brother as a thing to get at him. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
it's like
fucked up.
A lot of these guys get blessed like that though. It's like that Blood Diamond guy. He's an absolute bum, but like he'd be I don't know, bro. He'd be selling nachos or something if it wasn't for Izzy. Like,
man, I like this dude was the GOAT. I still didn't see the Kosei fight, but still, like,
bro, he's a shit fighter. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think that gym's all about, bro? Like the thing is as well, that gym is so crap. Yeah, they're trying to claim my boy Volk, but my boy Volk at Freestyle MMA, motherfuckers. You don't train with them bums.
That is true though. I do agree with that. It is kind of overrated. But I mean, what's it called? Us is that sore back guy. Adesanya started crying. I still haven't seen the reaction. I wonder what because he was front row for the Blood Diamond fight and the high fight, so I know.
I was gonna say I've not seen a clip of him on Twitter. Reacting to Kai France getting fucking folded.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, he's. I'll give him one thing. He is loyal to his homies, so I respect that.
I mean, yeah, it's true, but he blessed them.
Blessed them. Like it's wild. I would love to see Volk abandon City Kickboxing and join Whitaker's. Oh hell no! Oh man,
he's not even a City Kickboxing truck. I don't know what everyone's saying. Like, leave him alone, man. He's not with them bums.
Oh man, Egypt in the UFC Volk doesn't.
We're going to talk briefly about Hamdi.
Hamdi's the GOAT, man. Hamdi's the GOAT.
Stop laughing when you say that. He's gonna beat Arlovsky in 3 fights.
Oh man, I like him though. I like him. I don't know if he beats Arlovsky though. Arlovsky.
I do like him though. I do like him.
Yeah. He might be.
The reason why I didn't pick on that fight is because when someone comes from another fucking promotion and I've never seen any of their clips, and I've never you know me, innit? Like my knowledge isn't as good as yours, but I never ever pretend like I've watched somebody's fights before. Like I just don't.
Yeah.
It just makes you look stupid because I'm not gonna pretend somebody hits like Francis Ngannou when actually they just love to die for the fucking legs, and it's like, oh, what the fuck you talking about? You have no idea what you're talking about. It's like I don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm not gonna comment on it. Like I did not know what to expect, but he did impress me.
Oh wow, I didn't know Izzy said that. Izzy also said Kai was 2-0 and was dominating the fight. Wow, that is crazy.
Izzy thinks it's also a good idea to paint his nails.
Yeah, that is true.
So take that with
hey, and if there's any people that like to do that, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. It's 2022.
Yeah, had to say that. I just had to say that.
Me and PG Bay, but we all support LGBT.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I did not come out my mouth. But
Yo, you're supposed to keep it PG, by the way. Have YouTube hit you up yet about monetization?
No, they're reviewing it. They're still reviewing it. I don't know.
Bro, if they look at the shit they've said to you about reacting to bum fights, you're a bit screwed, aren't you?
I don't know, man. Dude, what's it called?
I don't understand what the issue with that is, though. Everybody makes reaction content.
Dude, no. So there was a video. No. The thing was the video that I remember Fuego sent me. This guy, in my opinion, that guy died. I don't know what happened at the end of that video, but that guy is not alive. All right. The video he sent me was like some Mexican dude fighting some weird white guy that like stabbing people, and he knee dropped that dude's neck. I don't care who you are not going to be normal after that, right? And I don't know what happened. That guy was squirming like a pig, right? And yeah, I'm not mad at them for taking down the video. The video was kind of crazy. I was in shock when I saw it, but
yeah, no, I get you. I just feel like
I don't know. I took it down though. I did take it down.
Yeah. It's just that from my point of view, nothing you're doing is exactly groundbreaking in the sense that everybody makes reaction content. So
yeah.
It's just like you're just reacting to another person's like content. It's just like there's not nothing you've done. Like you didn't really say anything offensive. You just sat there laughing and saying, "Oh," you're just reacting.
Yep. Homophobe.
Oh my goodness. Fuego, don't snitch, okay?
Arlovsky fighting Ruggiero Marco de Lima or whatever. Yeah, he is fighting him. That'll be interesting.
Bro, he's in such a weird place in the heavyweight division.
I know, man. He just keeps winning. I don't know how he does it.
Fruity Friggy. Bro, how can you call us homophobes and then put Fruity Friggy in the comments, you dickhead?
Yeah, he's a bit of a hypocrite. Oh, man. And no comment, y'all, on Figgy's eyebrows. All right, I don't want to talk about the eyebrow situation, Figueiredo.
Bro, FA, it's Figgy Smalls, okay?
Figgy Smalls, huh?
Figgy Smalls. Figgy, can't you see?
Tybura versus Romanov. I would say
that fight booked.
I think so.
That fight's going to a decision, man. You got a wrestler and a guy who can't fucking KO people. That fight's going to a decision.
I'll rock with Tybura. Tybura is the man.
Well, either Tybura fucking jabs him to a decision or he gets wrestle fucked. There's no in between.
Yeah, that is true. Let me look at some other stuff. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of great cards, man. Cruz versus Vera is just gonna be a banger. The actual fight night card's pretty trash, but the main event sells itself.
You said you're going to that one, didn't you?
Nah, I'm actually not gonna be able to make it, but I wanted to.
Oh, why the fuck aren't you going to that one, you dickhead?
Oh man, I don't know. What's it called? Should have seen it from a mile away. A hairstylist and a sushi cook. It's talking about Figgy. But this fight with Dom and Vera, I'm doing a breakdown. I'm going to release it on Friday. This is just such a great fight, man. As much as I'm not a big fan of Marlon Vera, man, he put on a masterclass against Rob Font. I'll give him that. Like, he really did. I was in shock when I saw that.
Yeah.
Like, he really obliterated that man. And Cruz, like, he's older, but, I mean, he put on – I know he got dropped against Pedro, but, man, like, the second and third round was just, like, vintage Dominic Cruz, and he put on another masterclass for at least 2 rounds straight. And man, I think Cruz got one run left in him. I think he can it's going to be matchup dependent, but
yeah,
I think he matches up well with Aljo. I know you might not like that, but I really do think he matches up well with your boy.
There's no match for my boy at that division. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know, I was on Twitter one time, right? And I see you spouting this nonsense, right? About
what did I say?
About Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling has the potential to be the GOAT of the division.
You're telling me his resume is better than Cruz's, though?
I mean, yeah, because he had a few more opportunities. You know, Cruz.
What do you mean a few more opportunities? Like, who did Cruz beat? He beat Faber 57 times.
Yeah.
He beat TJ and he lost to Cody Garbrandt.
I mean, he beat Hold up. He beat Benavidez. You got to give him that.
Fuck Benavidez, man. Benavidez is like 2 foot tall, man. That don't fucking count.
But he also beat Pedro. He beat Pedro Munoz. He beat a lot of guys like in his era, but like they didn't translate to now. But like he got hurt a lot, so he never had an opportunity to fight like Henan Barao or some of those.
Bro, I
Other,
would have knocked him out, man. Let's not be silly.
stop it, man. Barao was overrated, bro.
He was overrated, but he would have knocked him out.
He beat the brakes off of TJ too, man.
I'm gonna find the tweet now because this is funny now that you've said it.
Yeah,
Do you know what's funny as well? I didn't expect the tweet to get that many fucking likes as well because I thought people would just fucking clown me.
Yeah, because they like Aljamain now. A lot of these fakers coming out of nowhere, but
Fuck, you know. Do you know what? It's a weird feeling now seeing that. Like, just having people just like actually, what's it called? Like, actually support him when they're just the same people who fucking tweet shit at him for 2 years. It's just like, Aljo low-key has one of the better resumes at 120, 135 and could have a shot for GOAT if he beats TJ and gets a few more title defenses. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it just seemed unnecessary. Like you're like, just trying to.
It just sounds unnatural for people to think that there's a possibility that Aljo could be the 135 GOAT because people don't like that narrative. But people were saying that about Peter Yan last year. But his best win was Uriah Faber and he beat Jose Aldo. That was it.
He had the potential. It was gonna happen, and then that goddamn Aljamain Sterling nonsense just put a bit of a stamp on it.
I'm telling you now, yeah, Sarah Longo's got to be the most underrated camp ever in MMA, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. They figured out the GSP puzzle. They knocked out the boy GSP. They figured out the Anderson Silva puzzle, and they figured out the Peter Yan puzzle as well. You schmucks better remember that.
I mean, but a lot of those were flukes.
Nah, bro. How are they flukes, man? Everybody is like GOAT conversation, yeah. 2 of the top 3, yeah, is Anderson Silva and GSP. And Sarah Longo figured out to beat both of those. So nobody can talk shit
so
to my boys.
I'll give you the Anderson one. I'll give Weidman, in my opinion, Weidman owns Anderson. But the GSP one, I don't give it to Matt because it's like the Nunez Pena thing. GSP came right back and started kneeing that dude in the fetal position.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, one of them got KO'd, didn't it?
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm just saying. It's like the Moreno Figgy one. Yeah, Figgy went life and death to a decision, but one of them tapped like chicken.
Oh yeah, go read this one. And this is a cool comment for you. I like this one. This one brings happiness to me.
Which one? Aldo got taught how to strike by No Chin Marlon.
Oh,
what happened to the Wolf 2.0? The Wolf 2.0 is undefeated.
That's the 2.0, huh?
Yeah. What about you? Every week, every year, Kiesa's losing. You're like Kiesa 6.0 by now.
Oh man, that's crazy. Peter Pan did it years later and got praise and got a title shot. GSP tapped the strikes. Coward, not my go.
Jesus.
I got respect for GSP. I ain't gonna lie. I used to feel like Fuego when GSP was like on top, bro. And like I did not like GSP at all. Like,
do you know what it is though? When you see like in some of these divisions the belts getting passed around, you kind of have to appreciate guys like GSP a bit more, just because you just like how the fuck they like dominated people and stuff like that. It's like when I watch 205 and the belt's changing every 3 months, I can't even take that division seriously, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But I like competitive divisions though, sometimes like I mean,
there's a difference between competitive. Like 205 isn't competitive. It's just that division is kind of like styles make fights and anyone can beat anyone on the day. But there's no clear fucking top dog in there right now.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing with what were we talking about? GSP, yeah. So when he beat Michael Bisping, that's when I was like, man, he's the man. Like he gained my respect that day.
Just because he beat Bisping?
Yep. After that, I was like, I ain't talking mess.
I'm just saying, yeah, my boy Bisping actually has defended the belt. Luke Rockhold's got 0 title defenses.
Against who? Dan Henderson, man?
Did he not get it back?
He got it back, huh? He got it back against a 43.
You're always saying 1-1 Luke and Bisping, yeah? My boy got it back.
Oh, man, you're crazy, man. And you know what? Honestly, here's the thing. Man, Bisping could have lost that fight too, bro. Real talk. Like,
bro, you're just hating right now, yeah. Leave.
He got dropped twice, bro, in that fight, man.
Just because my boy is the pioneer of British MMA and Luke doesn't even crack the top 50 when it comes to American fighters. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because
like Eddie Wineland is more influential to US MMA than Luke Rockhold is.
Oh, you're insane. But like, listen, just because you guys don't have a lot of great fighters, and just because Bisping is the only one.
Wait, what do you mean we don't have a lot of great fighters? We're about to win. We're gonna win 3 belts this year.
You remember all that MVP talk? You remember that guy MVP?
Was that my fault though? That wasn't my fault.
Logan Storley taught him how to wrestle.
Yeah, because that's the only way you guys can win. You guys die for legs, innit? Like, get the jock strap on, boys. That's it. But I'm just saying, like, for me, like, Arnold Allen's gonna win the belt. Leon's gonna win the belt.
Who's number 3? Don't tell me it's Patty. Don't tell me it's. Don't say Patty, please.
No, Molly McCann's gonna win the belt.
Oh, stop it, man.
If it's not Molly McCann, it's my girl Macy. Either one of those flyweights.
She's American.
Yeah, but she's British at heart, really.
Oh my god. GSP would hug you for 5 rounds, 0 damage. He's a punk. If Jan and Sterling happens again, do you think opening odds would be? I would dump half my betting.
Jan would still be the favorite that fight, though. I think.
Yeah, GSP wouldn't poke eyes constantly or use PEDs automatically puts him ahead of Jones, Silva, Doug Jocker, GSP a bum. Dan Henderson been looking like a grandpa, like he was 30. Think he's so smart by saying reactive takedowns. But man, yeah. But yeah, it is what it is,
135. I would have said my boy Jack Shaw, but he got humbled.
Oh man, the GOAT, Ricky Simone, bro.
It's Tricky Simon. How many times do I have to tell you?
But
Tricky Simone.
Tricky Simone.
You laughed. I bet you laughed so hard when I typed that the first time.
No, that's pretty funny. I give you that. It was actually it was pretty witty. I give you. It's actually funny. But no, nah. Ricky
Is that
Simone,
Cedric Doom, the kickboxer you was on about the other day?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
But what was you saying about that KSW guy that signed for ONE FC?
Oh, man. Hold it. The GOAT.
I don't know who he is, so you're going to have to tell me more about him.
I mean, he knocked out Dricus Duplessis. I think we can actually play the fight. We can show you the KO. He taught Dricus Duplessis respect. And Dricus, I mean, he's not that good. I don't think Dricus is that guy, but I mean, he's in the UFC technically. So, but I mean,
he didn't get signed to the UFC. So
he got signed to ONE FC, which pissed me off, which is horrible. But
for his sake, he's a kickboxer. He probably just doesn't want to fight grapplers and shit, so he probably just wanted to go to a promotion that does kickboxing.
Yeah, this was dope, man. He taught this guy Dricus Duplessis respect.
Do you know what though? Like, you know me, I'm a Serra Longo boy, innit? But if they make Simone Merab too, my pick would be Simone for that fight.
Yeah. I think Simone might lose to what's his name, Aldo, but there's a part of me that does think that what's it called? Let me go right.
I think Aldo's a more controlled version. I would have said Jacare, but Jacare's been cutting it. But like guys like that, I think he'd have issues with them.
Then we're gonna make a Ricky Simone versus Merab 2 after Merab loses to Aldo. Jack Shore looked really good in that fight though. If he didn't get caught, I think he probably would. Oh, stop it, man!
I don't think he won the first round. He lost the first round, and he was losing the second round as well.
Oh my! You see how this is my problem. People, really, oh my god, they love Jack Shore. They just they give no. It's like that whole entire fight week. It was like Ricky Simone wasn't even a fucking person, bro.
That was me, bro.
He was like a fucking person, man. Oh my god, Merab.
You got to understand though, as good as he is, bro, it's hard to take him seriously when the retired skateboarder.
Yeah, I agree. The Uriah fight didn't help his case, but still, he's really good. He's really good. I think he deserves a lot more credit. Dricus is a bum. Merab 100 takedowns, no control. The next JP buys. Yeah,
have they cut him, by the way? I thought they were going to cut him.
Who, JP?
Yeah.
I think he's not cut yet, but he will be soon.
Because they're signing he fights at flyweight or bantamweight. He fights at one of them beta middleweight classes, doesn't he? I forget which one.
I think he's fought at both.
Yeah, but they've been looking to sign flyweights on Dana White Contender Series. So I think they'll cut him because of that.
Yeah, there's no point to keep him.
They just signed the Brazilian guy the other day.
Yeah, I didn't watch Contender Series actually. But
casual.
That's casual. I heard
I
it
stayed
was.
until 3 a.m. to watch that shit, and that was in your time when you couldn't be asked to watch that.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good, right? Like I heard it was like the
Yeah,
best
this
one.
week it was good.
Yeah.
But he gave the fighters some shit last week, though, Dana. Fucking hell. I told
Yeah.
Janet, like, because Dana's looking for someone so specific, like, you almost have to abandon your game plan and not fight as technical. You just have to run at them like fucking caveman and, like, swing wild and land like a Hail Mary shot. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only way he's going to sign you. But it's like, you're never going to go far in the biggest promotion in the mixed martial arts if you fight like that long term. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do. I agree.
So it's
I
quite
agree.
hard. He just if he could clone Clay fucking Guida, he probably would. Like, he wants that kind of fighter, basically.
Yeah. But I heard that. Yeah, I'd seen the Tim Duncan guy, or whatever his name was. He got that crazy like comeback win or whatever. But yeah. Oh, make JP Baez versus Chris Montinho for GOAT status. That's funny. I would actually. Oh man, maybe Montinho actually wins that, man. I don't know, bro. I can't.
It's a weird one though, because you got a guy who could take a shot versus a guy who can't take a shot.
But JP is like the better technical striker. Like he is like far like than Chris Montinho.
I'll be honest. If you had Cheyenne in his corner, I'd put money on him, but he doesn't.
Yeah, it's a sad situation. It really is.
Shout out my boy Roman, by the way.
Oh, Roman to Lindsay, bro. It's
See, this if that doesn't show you, yeah, that women love a man who's 6'2", yeah, don't go for 5'2" beta males. I don't know what will. Guys, sort your shit out, man. Girls will leave you for that shit.
Yeah, it's
Tell them that thing.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, man. Roman to Lindsay.
My boy FA like 5'10", like 5'9".
Oh, stop it! It's 6 foot, bro. Like, come on.
He says he's 6 foot. That's why his DMs are busy like that.
Oh,
he'd be lying like
that's
that.
a low blow, man. That's a low blow. You know what they say? What stays in the group chat stays in the group chat.
But
man.
I didn't even say anything about that. I just said, yo.
Lost a 44-year-old fake Messi down. I'm
just saying, yeah, like if you're 6 foot, it helps in life. Ask Roman.
It does.
I'm just saying, yeah, if Roman was 5'4", would Cheyenne have like slid in his DMs? No.
I don't even think Roman claims her, right?
Bro, he just smashed them. He fucking Khal Drogo though, basically.
Yeah, like he doesn't. Yeah, he don't claim that girl. That's the weird. I feel like the bad part about the whole entire situation is that like JP and her were like married, and then like they get to the UFC and then they just like split. You know, that's bad.
It's one of them, innit? You know when they like use you for a green card.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's
probably
good.
Yeah, but, probably one of them. She belongs to the streets. I love that fucking clip, you know.
Yeah, she does belong to the streets.
She belongs. Yeah, when are we getting that trick or no trick video, by the way?
Oh, dude, we got to do that, huh?
That needs to be on that wish list. We need one of them tier list videos because they will do really well, you know. I reckon.
Yeah. The only reason I don't do like tier list stuff is because it's kind of like Guru's thing, you know. Like I don't want to take his thing. That's why I try to do stuff that's original.
Trick or no trick's your idea, though.
Yeah, that is my idea, and we're gonna do one. I just got to make a list of like the most like weird looking. The only problem is it does pay me to admit this. As much as I like Colby Covington, he is low key a trick on the low.
Did he smash Pollyanna for free though? He can't be a trick by that logic.
But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. She denied it, man. Apparently, she said it didn't happen.
Bro, she left that gym a week later, bro. Make of that what you will.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
I mean, you know what you have to do? You have to have like a mixture. You have to have like the Chad-looking MMA fighters, like Drew Dolbear. Yeah. And then you have to have like the ugly schmucks as well. Yeah. And then just start going to town on people. It'd be fucking funny, man. Like,
yeah.
Do chicks dig the whole cauliflower ear thing in the US?
I don't know. I never. I maybe I should ask a chick that, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Fuck knows.
You're right. I knew right when I called Kobe a trick, he took advantage of it. Kobe, a 35-year-old trick. Guram is better than Demir. Fuck Demir. Man.
That fight was so 50-50. Like when I see a fight like that, I never get mad at who wins the decision because it was just so.
I mean, shout out to the Kagastani fans and shout out to the
Grom
Georgian.
will end up in the rankings pretty soon, anyways. Don't worry.
My only issue with Garam is he isn't active. Doesn't fight a lot.
I feel like, you know what it is though? That's lightweight as a whole though. A lot of them fight like once a year.
Yeah, but I think like he beat Gamrot, right? And then he took like 2 years off. And then you look at Gamrot, he stayed active, and now he's like what? He's in a good position. What he's like number 7, 6, some weird thing. Right?
Lightweight's a weird one though, because if you look at the top 15 and you look at like their last 3 fights, like I'll look at, like, not to be rude, but I'll look at Beneil Dariush's and it's like he's fought Jakar Close and CDF and he ended up getting the Tony Ferguson fight. And it's like, because of that he's top 5. But in reality, he hadn't fought anybody in the top 15 of substance.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not just him, because I just used him as an example because that's the only one I can think of. But you look at a lot of their resumes, they beat a lot of guys outside of the top 15 and they end up in the rankings. And it's just like, yeah, it's a weird one.
MMA Masters in shambles. What happened? I mean, dude, MMA Masters had a squad. I mean, you remember when they used to have Ilya Topuria? But then Ilya just ended up leaving. He's like, I think mainly training out of Spain, but he used to train at MMA Masters.
I thought he used to train at ATT.
Who?
I know Movsad does, but
nah,
he went there because Jorge Masvidal was talking about how good he was.
Yeah, I think maybe he went there, but he was an MMA Masters guy. I saw him rock like MMA Masters like T-shirts and stuff like that. But
he might be one of them gym hoes.
Yeah, he might be one of them gym hoes. And then they had what's his name? Wow, I forgot the kid's name. Baeza, right? Yeah. And then Alves. They had a squad, but now and then obviously they still have Colby who's winning, but man, it seems like all they got is Colby. But yeah, gonna go bankrupt. Their fighters stay getting turned into highlights, smoking that Baeza pack. Oh man, this guy's he's a man. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a good place to end the fight.
Do you think Baeza can make 155?
No, he's too small for. He's too big for that. My bad.
He's got that skinny frame though. That's why I ask. Because obviously I've seen Turner.
He's a tall guy, man. He's not short.
I've seen Turner, Hooker, and Joel Alvarez make that weight, so that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, and he got muscle. I think with him is that he's a good grappler, and he doesn't use it. I think he should go to that when he fights his next fight. Hopefully, they give him a bum, right? Baeza retiring in his prime. That is crazy.
Has he fought Randy Brown?
No. That's not a good fight for him. That's a bad fight.
That is a bad fight for him, but I'm just thinking off the top of my head.
He should fight someone like who's somebody I can think of.
Would you have him fight the old cowboy, the Brazilian one?
No, you know what? I think he got cut. I don't know if Jordan Williams is still in the UFC.
No, they've cut him.
Oh man, that would have been a good fight for Baeza. Just take him down and submit him quick. I'm trying to think of somebody. Who's a bum at 170? I'm trying to think of like a real bum.
I'm gonna have a look now. You've said I'm gonna go in Topology.
There's not a lot of bums in 170. I'll give 170 that. They don't have a lot of bums out there.
You'll be surprised.
I'm
trying to think now. Now you said that.
It's hard to think. Yeah.
Trinaldo fights at 170 now.
Yeah, he could probably fight Trinaldo, even though Trinaldo's a hard fight. But yeah, I mean, maybe Gabe Green. Yeah, I like Gabe Green. Hopefully Colby gets massive money from the court case.
Do you think they'd consider doing Ian Gary versus Baeza?
Yeah, I think Baeza has a good chance in that one. If he gets the takedown, he can maybe expose him on the ground.
I mean, they both come out of Florida camps. You've got the camp rivalry, but also you've got, from the UFC's perspective, obviously they're quite high in Ian Gary, and they're just going to look at Baeza and go, right, he's been KO'd a few times. He was once a prospect. Like, Ian Gary could potentially make his name out of him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And then I like the Diego Lima fight. Or, no, never mind. They're not. Diego Lima retired. Dustin ran away. Would rather fight good old Bellator, man. MMA Masters getting handed me downs and claiming it. Fight Ian Gary, Baeza versus Gabe Green, Bilal. He was supposed to fight Diego Lima. Lima retired during fight camp. Yeah, you know what's funny about that?
How does that make sense, though? How's that?
Hey, you know the story about it, though? So
I've never heard it.
So apparently, right? So Diego Lima's wife, right, told him that she had a vision from God, like a dream from God, that he should retire and he shouldn't fight no more, and he agreed, right? But it was basically his wife telling him, like, no, you suck, you gotta stop fighting, and you're getting knocked out. Like, so he just was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here." But yeah,
Jesus.
ATT got Bo Nickel, Dana White. I might check that out.
Oh yeah,
Bo Nickel's the
he's
man.
a middleweight as well. Bro, if he gets a finish, he'll get a contract. Because if you're a middleweight or a flyweight schmuck, they're so desperate to get fighters and beef
I
up those
swear
divisions.
it's a real story too. Like if I can search it up, like I'll try to find it. Like
Yeah.
Diego Lima retirement. I swear to God, he said something about his wife. Yeah, it's right here, dude. It's fucking hilarious. So
Yo, so
yes,
how? Yo,
so
so
it's right here. Look at
basically,
this.
guys, when me and FA go offline, me and FA are gonna negotiate my contract for Fight Talk when the YouTube bread comes in.
Look at this. Okay, so yeah, man. He was like, "God is crazy." Lima said with a laugh. God spoke with my wife and said Diego's last fight was his last. I know when God speaks with me, it was tough. I had a fight booked and everything, but I know God's voice when He speaks with me. So let's move on and see what God has for us down the line. That is just
I
insane.
feel like people could do the whole, when people try and scam you and say like they can hear God speak and stuff, and then they'll be like, "Just give me your bank details." I feel like someone will finesse him really.
Yeah, look at this dude Fuego trying to instigate. Why y'all laughing? He a man of God and you tell what he could. I'm not laughing at that, but it just seems like just a little like, like he kind of make an
Boy,
excuse.
you're not allowed to talk here when you were discriminating against our boy Figgy Smalls.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Make
Little
sure we don't
hater.
cancel you.
Yeah, we can cancel you, man. Yeah, yeah.
You need to follow the Equality Act, my. Can't be
Yeah.
prejudiced in this day and age.
But yeah, that's
But
pretty
yeah,
fun.
so obviously, guys, what's going to happen is obviously like me and FA are going to discuss contracts and negotiations offline. We're talking six figures, like 2-year deal, something like that.
Yeah, he's gonna get like half a penny for every show he appears on. So yeah, that's how we can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was gonna pay me in tea crumpets. What kind of fuckery is this? Like,
Oh man.
yeah, I said I'd pay him in Pop Tarts if he ever comes to the UK.
Oh, look at this dude. This guy's Fuego's insane. I fuck with that community, just not bums like Figure. So Fuego, you hear it from Fuego's mouth. He fucks with the LGBTQ community. That there's nothing wrong with that. That's what Fuego likes to do. That's Fuego, So that's them his boys,
Bro, you got to stop laughing. But this isn't gonna look good in an out of context clip.
Oh man, but hey, it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoy it. I think this has become a bunch of fuckery and nonsense.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for sure.
hope you guys enjoyed the fight talk. We have made our return, and we'll be back. But yeah, man, we're out of here. Go like, subscribe, comment, go follow Ed on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, I'm out of here. You got any closing statements, Mr. Ed?
And you for Rocky Edwards.
Yes, sir. Leon is getting the belt. All right, love y'all. Bye.